Yes, people, it's your boy Fred Stones. Thanks for passing by the channel. Guys, I read one article today that I want to talk about. I want to talk about it with you guys, discuss it. Let's break it right down in them things, yeah? So, yeah, there's an article or report that I just read here that suggests that white working class students have been let down by the education system. And they said apparently this term, white privilege, which is meant to mean that white pupils are at advantage, is the opposite of the reality for these white students. First of all, I want to talk about this white privilege thing. This white privilege thing has nothing to do with education. I mean, if you want to apply yourself, sky's the limit. You can go, I'm talking Neil Armstrong, you can go to the moon and back and them things there. Like, that's if you want to apply yourself, because you're white. Like, we're in a white system, in a white world. The leaders of this country are white. The people make the rules are white. Everything's white. It's like a snowball out here. The point I'm making is that white privilege doesn't automatically mean you're rich or you're privileged to have a Ferrari or Rolls Royce or nothing like that. It just means because we live in a white society, you have all the privileges. Like, for example, if me and another white guy called John Smith go and apply for a job, chances are John Smith will probably get the job before me. Even if we have the same attributes and all that stuff, he would get the job before me. If we was both driving the same car down the road, me and John Smith, I would get stopped before John Smith because he probably isn't seen as a threat to society like I am. Yeah. What else? Like if your child goes missing, if you're ethnic minority, chances are they'll probably tell you, but if you're a white child, they'll still be looking for you like Madeline McCann and them things there. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. But white privilege doesn't mean you're rich. You could be white working class and still have white privilege because you live in a predominantly white society. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not a bad thing. I'm just explaining what it is. They're trying to use it. I don't know how they're trying to use it in this article, but that's just what white privilege is. When I first read this article, yeah, I thought like, you can't really blame anyone else but these plonkers you got running this country. You got a party of buffoons, like literally incompetent buffoons that run this country. And these guys, they don't really cater for the poor. They care nothing about the poor. They wouldn't spit on the poor if there was on fire and them things there. That's why this is the same government, yeah, that didn't want to feed the kids during the epidemic and all that. And Marcus Rashford had to do it, yeah. So, like, and they're trying, I don't know who they're trying to blame, these white working class students not achieving. I don't know who they're trying to blame and all that stuff. But this ain't nothing new. This is nothing new, pa. This has been going on for years, decades. This has been going on. This is not even news. I don't even know why this is news. But a lot of white ignorant Brits, not everyone, because not everyone's like that, obviously, but the ignorant ones, the ones that read the Daily Mail and believe in it like it's the Holy Bible and them things there, like they're gonna read this and just believe it and just be like, and be all up in arms with the wrong people and them things there. But it's not really like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not really like that. I mean, like these white students failing, these white working class students failing, yeah. Like I feel it for them. I really feel it for them. I feel it on the left side of my chest. I feel it for them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, being in a working class, it's a struggle for all colours. It doesn't matter what colour you are. But I'm going to talk from my experience here. In my experience here, going to school and all that stuff, being obviously the school I went to, there was all sorts of colours there. I had white friends. I had all sorts of colour friends. You know what I'm saying? But like my white friends, yeah, growing up, yeah, like, in school or out of school, like they didn't really care for education. It wasn't really celebrated in their family. It wasn't something that was talked about. Like they don't talk about, oh, like what, you're gonna go uni or what. They don't talk about that. Most of them that I know, yeah, as soon as they came out of school, was working on a fruit market and them things there, or on a market stores, or selling flowers or bouquets and them things there. I'm telling real talk. Like they didn't care for educations. Whereas my Asian brethren, yeah, like they went on and became architects and all this stuff, like from the same background. And some of my black friends, some of them went and done good stuff as well, became lawyers, accountants and all that stuff. Like, but I'm not gonna lie, none of my white friends that I know that from growing up that I can say to you, yeah, do you know what? This one does this, like, they all do like normal jobs, like normal, standard things, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like in these kind of cultures, like I said, in the white working class culture, it's not a thing that's really celebrated. education attainment, it's not really like a huge thing in the family. Like, whereas I could talk for like being African myself, yeah. In the African culture, we might be broke as hell, but you better make sure you get all your GCSEs, A levels, and go uni and do certain things, like the things that you're meant to do. These things are highly expected of you, and they're highly pushed and stuff. And you're told that you got to work twice or 6 times as hard as your white counterpart. So we go harder. I'm not gonna lie, we go harder. So that could be some of the reasons why the white working class kids ain't really achieving much, because it's not really something in their culture. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But you know what? This is something that's definitely got to be addressed here, because you can't have this certain part of society just failing and their counterparts are doing much better than them, and they're meant to be the natives and stuff, yeah. And that could be another reason as well, because like they're the natives of this country or wherever, some of them just feel like stuff is owed to them, or they should have stuff or be giving stuff, whereas people who don't, but not, I won't say belong here, but they're not from here, like they know they've got to go harder to get those things, so they do, and they do better. Do you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's something that definitely needs to be addressed deeply. But this is something that it's a whole culture that needs to be addressed, personally, in my opinion. But I think these guys are trying to start some kind of like a race culture war and all that stuff, yeah? They're trying to blame other people, talking about systematic racism. They're trying to blame other people for their failures, their ills and all them things there. Talking about, oh, shut up. These group of people they've been doing bad for decades. Ain't just started. Like, they've been doing well for decades. Not recent. But everyone just wants to be oppressed nowadays, innit? Everyone just wants to be a victim. Now, you know what? It's mad. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say it. Malcolm X once said, yeah, one day the oppressor will say he was the oppressed. Or something like that. He didn't say it like that, but I'm just paraphrasing or whatever. But this is some idiot thing. Idiot thing, like, if you ask me. Let me know what you guys think. I think the government are trying to do some divide and conquer thing. And you know, like, in the art of war, like, it's meant to, it works, innit? Divide and conquer. It's an old trick in them things there. But I personally, they need to address that. But it's not something like they need to be using to try to divide people of cultures and, oh yeah, they're doing better, so you should look at them because they're taking your resources and all this stuff. And it's not like that. It's not like that. If you want to do well, you can do well, especially you being a white person. You can do very well. Trust me. It's your boy Fred Stones. Let me know what you think, man. If I've offended anyone, I didn't mean to. You get me, man? Just speaking from my left side of my chest and them things there. It's your boy.